Okay, I'm going to be making some pumpkin soup today. This is some pumpkin somebody gave me from their farm. And this is a coconut. First, what I'm going to do is show you how to get fresh coconut milk from this. And then we're going to make the pumpkin soup. Okay, so this is the coconut here. I'm going to try to crack it open with this. I usually use a hammer, but I don't have one available now. So what you have to do is you hit it. What I usually do is turn it while I'm hitting it, because as you turn it and you hit it, you loosen the actual coconut from the shell. Now there's water inside, so what you do, once the water starts to come, you catch the water, because this is good coconut water. Catch it in the cup. Once it finishes draining out, or the water comes out, you continue to hit it until it cracks open, and that way you'll be able to get scoop the actual coconut out from the shell. Now the shell of this coconut, what some people do, I don't know how they cut it in half. They get it in half and they actually make it like a scoop. There are some people in the West Indies that some native people that actually use it to scoop water in to have their baths and things like that. It's called a calabash. Okay, so the water's out. We're going to continue. Some more water coming out, which is a good sign. If you do buy coconut, try to get one that feels as though, shake it and you'll hear the water. Make sure it's got water, make sure it has quite a bit of water. That shows how fresh it is. Okay, I think that's about it now. So obviously you won't be able to do it as quick as I am, but I've been doing this for years. Note, you can see it's beginning to loosen up. You can see the cracks. Continue to hit it, because the more you hit it, the more it'll loosen up from the shell, and it'll be easier to get it out of the shell once you finish. Okay. See? This is the coconut on the inside. I'm going to hit this just a little bit more to make it easier for me to get smaller pieces. See how the shell is coming away from the... No, that's not good. This is not good. It's supposed to be, all of it is supposed to be this color. And sometimes you do have to be careful. No, this is not a good coconut. Nope. Scrap this. We'll continue with another coconut. I can see if I can get a better one, and then we'll continue filming. Okay, so this is another coconut that I just broke open. This is how it's supposed to look. All white, no discoloration. What I'm going to do now is show you how to scoop this out from the shell, and then what we're going to do is put it in a blender. Now traditionally what people would do is grate this, but who do you think in this day and age is going to be grating coconut by hand? No, we're going to use a blender. Now the way you scoop the coconut out is you get a knife and you try to work your way behind this. It's usually better if it's broken into smaller pieces. You can scoop it out easily rather than big pieces like this, but this is how it's done. Scoop it out, and then once you've got all the coconut out, you put it in the blender, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I've got the coconut out of the shell now, and what we do is we cut it up into small pieces around this size, and then we're going to put some water into the blender. This is half a pint I have here. I don't think that's going to be enough, but it's better to put a little bit and have to add rather than put too much water. Then I'm going to put the coconut in, and then I'm going to blend it. This is the coconut here. I had to put in another 3/4 of a cup of water to get it to this consistency. So you can see it's not really too runny, it's not really too thick. You can see some liquid in there. The next thing I'm going to do is to squeeze all the milk out of it, and that's what we call coconut milk. What we're going to do at this point is we're going to take a handful of the coconut, squeeze as much of the milk out as we can. We put it aside. We do this until we've gotten as much out as we can. Then once we've done that, we're going to take the milk that's left and strain it through a sieve, which is what this is for. Okay, this is the last piece here that I'm squeezing out. As you can see, this is the milk here. Quite a bit of milk in that one. But this husk still has some more milk that can be extracted from this, and what I'm going to do is put a little bit more water in this. Now I'm using distilled water, squeeze a little bit more out, and do exactly the same process to get the rest of the milk out. Okay, I have some oil in this pot with some garlic, chopped garlic, fresh garlic that I chopped myself. I'm going to add onions to it. This is onions here. Got some celery, some cilantro, and this is some spring onion or green onion, scallions, whatever you call it. I'm going to add those to the pot. And it smells just delicious. Stir this up. You let the garlic brown a little bit, it really brings the flavor out. Now in this container here, I have some spices, different spices. I've got a little black pepper, celery salt, marjoram, basil, cayenne pepper, parsley, garlic. I'm also going to add some thyme, some extra black pepper, and some cinnamon. Okay, this is the pot with all the spices added, the extra black pepper, cinnamon. I also added some salt and some thyme. This is fried up nicely and it smells gorgeous. Now I'm going to add, ooh! Well, that didn't go well, did it? Anyway, I'm going to just put it in with my hands because my hands are clean. Put it all in the pot and then I'm going to stir it up and let the pumpkin absorb all these lovely flavors from the seasoning. I do have here is some broth. So I made some more broth and I took some out and cooled it and put it in the fridge. As you can see, there's a layer of fat on the top. I'm going to scoop that off and then I'm going to add it. Oh my goodness, got more spills. Then I'm going to add it to the soup, the pumpkin soup. You could probably hear it sizzling here. All those lovely flavors are being absorbed into the pumpkin. Some people don't do this. They don't put any oil or, you know, do the frying. I like to do it because I think the pumpkin takes up the flavor quite a bit when you do it this way. Now once this is all mixed up, my next step will be to add some coconut milk, and I do have another video showing you how to make your own fresh coconut milk. Okay, so the coconut milk is in. I'm also going to add this once I scoop the fat off the top, I'm going to add this broth to it and bring it to the boil and let it simmer until cooked. And I'll see you then. So here we brought the soup to a boil. I added, I don't remember if I told you, I put some salt, which is Celtic salt, and this is, I put a little bit of turmeric also. This is a Scotch bonnet pepper. Putting it whole in here for it to just give a little bit of heat and to absorb the flavor. Don't let it be cut or burst in any way, otherwise it'll be really too hot for you. At the back here I've got some more broth on the stove. I'm keeping the broth going because we can drink that in between. You can drink that in between. A broth is really good. I'm going to do a video on that. And it's also good to add to your soups because it'll give it a lot of flavor. Yeah. Now really you don't have to add the pepper. If you like heat, add it. If not, just leave it out. So this is the finished product here. It's cooked now after being on a low heat for about 45 minutes. What you need to do now is take the Scotch bonnet pepper out, and this is how you would eat it the first week of the fast. You'd blend a little bit of this and have the chunks, but because we're on the second week now, we're going to blend it, and when you blend it, it's going to look like this. This is a bowl here that I've already blended, and I've tasted it and it tastes delicious.